Hi Booktube, this is Johnny. I thought I'd make a video in the sunroom using my big iPod. So yeah, this is the sunroom. It is going on 9 o'clock at night here in West Michigan. Yeah, I just sit out here and wait till it gets dark. I have some orange juice, a little vodka in it. So today, I was going to make a video. I noticed the last time I looked, it's been about 22 hours since I made a video. I look at some people on Booktube on my subscription list and it's been a month or it's been several weeks. And I always feel like if I don't make a video every 24 hours, I'm kind of letting down my subscribers. But for me, like I said in all my videos, I read all the time. It's no problem with me making a video talking about books because books is my life. I'm always reading, I'm always writing, I'm always looking for used books or searching for books to buy or going through my books in my library or writing in my diary or reading book reviews or watching Booktube, or it's just what I do every day. So it's not really a problem making videos. The problem is that I find myself so boring. I really don't, I'm not articulate. I can't make dazzling book reviews, but I can talk about what I'm reading, the books that I think are worth reading, books that I find interesting. And so today, well, first of all, I mentioned in my last video that I was going to get Vollmann's second volume in his Carbon Ideologies, which I just grabbed my, it's called No Good Alternative, the second volume of Carbon Ideologies. I grabbed the first volume. I'm not going to get up and go in the living room on my to-be-read pile and grab the second volume, but I got it in the mail today, the second volume of Carbon Ideologies by William T. Vollmann. And last night I mentioned I was reading that book on Churchill and Orwell, and I was talking about how that George Orwell, he volunteered to fight in the Spanish Civil War there in the late 30s, and how that was a pivotal experience in his own intellectual and political thinking. And so after I made that video, last year I bought several books on the Spanish Civil War, and it got on my mind and I was thinking where were they at? So I went down the lower level last night, it was late at night, and I looked and I looked and looked for these books. I found one. I didn't find the other one until this morning. But I found this one last night that I was reading and I was really enjoying, titled Spain in Our Hearts, Americans in the Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939 by Adam Hochschild. And I was reading this a little bit today. And then I was looking for this second book, which I found this morning. This is by Richard Rhodes, Hell and Good Company, the Spanish Civil War and the World It Made. This book I've been reading all day when not lost in thought or writing in my diary or messing with the main computer or watching Booktube or talking to my wife or feeding the birds or taking photos of wildflowers in my wildflower garden. It's a very sobering book because the Spanish Civil War was a very bloody, on both sides, the nationalists and the Republicans. armies who fought for the control of Spain. Franco was under the nationalists, and then you had the Republicans, which were made up of communists, socialists, all kinds of left-wing kind of radical political groups and ideologies. So I was reading this today, and that's all I read today. This morning, I didn't get into my Christian books. I don't know. I didn't know what I read this morning. I just couldn't get into anything. Another book that I got out of the lower level that was mentioned in something I read recently was this book I bought several months ago, The Invention of Nature, Alexander van Humboldt's New World by Andrea Wulf. So those are the books that kind of like on my radar today. And yeah, lately I've just been kind of like, when my wife goes to work, or even my wife says I'm kind of quiet these days, and I don't know what it is. I can't watch TV. I watch TV with my wife because I tape these shows for my wife when she's working, and when she's home from work, she likes to watch the shows that are taped. And I watch them with her because that's what we do. It's spending time with my wife, and she's relaxing and watching taped TV shows. But I'm not really into watching TV. So when my wife is not working, I watch TV with her, and she's working tonight, so there's nothing. I can't even listen to music lately. I buy CDs. I read music reviews, and I don't know what it is. I just want to sit here in the sunroom and watch it get dark and sit in silence and then just go to bed. So that's about it. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. My wife is off for 6 nights. As I have mentioned, the big thing tomorrow is that we're going to watch our newest grandchild, Coralie, for 5 nights. Nani and Papa. So that'll be kind of fun, spending time with her and getting, as my wife would say, bonding with her. My wife is really into bonding with our grandchildren. So yeah, not much else going on. I did go to a local thrift store today and got some used books, 3 used books, but I'll show those in another video. I just thought I'd sit here in the sunroom, drink some orange juice and vodka, and just watch until it gets dark. So I don't know what else to say. So I'll sign off. I'll just click this video off, and hoping you're having a good Tuesday night. Tomorrow's a Wednesday. Tomorrow is the 6th of June, 2018. Yeah, one thing, when I made that video last night about 28 more random questions, one thing, when you look over your life, I'm going to be 66. I keep saying that over and over again. It just amazes me how old I am. That it strikes me when you get my age, your youth is always haunting you. It's not that the years that I was raising our kids and working and going to school doesn't really haunt me as much. Now, I made some bad mistakes. Maybe I did some things I would do over again as a parent. But the things that really haunt me are the dumb and stupid things I did when I was really young, before I was married, before I left California to go to Bible college. So I just want to tell the young people out there, the ages from about 13 years old up until you're in your late 20s, make wise decisions. Be very, very thoughtful about what you do with your life. what decisions you make, who the people you hang out with, people that you marry, people that you date, the kind of work that you do, how you spend your leisure time, how you spend your days when you're young. Because when you get in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, your youth is going to stare you in the face. And all those dumb things and those bad decisions that you made that you wish you could do over again. A lot of what our future is affected by is when we are young. You reap what you sow. So be very, very thoughtful how you spend your teenage years, your early 20s, your mid-20s. Just be very wise with your decisions and what you do with your life. I always told our kids, get as much education as you can, even though you might go into debt. You can't. Now, I'm not saying everybody has to go to college. Maybe learn a trade. I wish sometimes I learned how to be a carpenter or be a mechanic or a plumber or electrician, even though that's not my personality or temperament. I'm more of a bookish, intellectual thinker kind of person. I'd be maybe a good librarian or a good research guy or a gospel minister or a Bible teacher or an evangelist. But if you have an inclination to study a trade, don't feel you have to go to college. Go to trade school. There's lots of jobs out there in trade, being a plumber, electrician, being a tree surgeon or landscapist or whatever, a florist, or working in a pharmacy. But anyway, don't spend your youth foolishly, because it's going to haunt you the rest of your life. So I just thought I'd make this video. This is what I'm reading. I really want to get back into the invention of nature. And I don't know, I'll probably read about the Spanish Civil War for a couple more days this week. But I should get back into what I was reading. I'm just kind of spaced, just wandering around in the world of books. So hoping you have a good night. I'll sign off, turn this thing off, and go back to sitting here in the silence, having a little drink. Till next time, bye.